Hi, it's Derek again. It's been quite a while since I did a video, and since I don't really have much of anything to do until I go to work, I figured, hey, might as well. And I also had a little bit of help on figuring out a topic. In this case, it's going to be an introduction into a new line of future subjects, and that is human development in psychology, also just basically called DevPsych or developmental psychology. The specific thing that I would like to talk about is parental attachment. There was a debate quite a while ago about after a baby is born, the excessive use of forceps and nurses using gloves and that kind of thing, and that it was damaging the newborn and possibly the mother's ability to attach to the newborn. Well, part of the fact is that after the baby is born, obviously they clean off the baby first and then they present it to the mother. And then typically I think the mother is allowed to have some time to herself with the baby. In the case of an adoption, they limit the time as much as possible, because the reality of the matter is that all infant animals and humans are programmed, they are designed basically by their genetics to look cute to a adult or a more mature version of their species, and this is in reality the falling in love with a newborn. Limiting this time makes it easier for the birth mother to detach and move on and not suffer so much what I'd call withdrawal. However, there is a slight issue to remember, and that is it's a variation of the nature versus nurture debate. And that is that simply because a child's mother is, say, reserved or heck, I bet I could even use alcoholism for an example. Just because a birth mother's genes make the child more susceptible to alcoholism does not mean that the baby will ever become an alcoholic. It is a combination of both nature and nurture. The child may or may not have a predisposition for alcoholism, but nurture will make a difference in whether or not, first of all, the child is ever exposed to alcohol, and the way that the child is raised will have an impact on whether or not the child ever abuses or even uses alcohol. Me personally, there is no alcoholism in my family, but I have never and probably will never drink, especially not in excess. The maternal bonding hypothesis is that whole thing with the excessive use of forceps and anesthetic and cesarean sections, and typically there's no evidence to support that there's any reason behind it, because regardless of whether the baby is separated from the mother immediately after birth, the mother still tends to attach. Now, because reality might interfere with attachment, such as in the case of an adoption, the birth mother may still be attached to the child, but she also knows that no matter, how old the child gets or how much time goes by, that child, she's no longer the guardian of it. She gave birth to it, and that's pretty much the end of it. And some attachment will remain. That's to be expected. that's about it for this video, actually. And in case any of you were wondering, I did not take the time to do a whole heck of a lot of research on this. What I have here is my DevPsych book, and I have some notes on the screen. And a lot of that, I would say, just use it for first reference. If you have any other questions about it, I'd suggest doing your own research and not just relying on what I say, because I am human and therefore can be wrong. But yeah, hopefully I will be posting videos more often and should get back into the routine. I'm hoping to maybe start posting one weekly, and if you have any topics you want me to cover, then I guess shoot, and I might cover them. It depends on how many requests I get for that particular topic, and who's requesting them. That's pretty much it. Any comments, feedback, any of that? If you have the mind, go ahead and leave it. Until next time.